I'm sure that you're familiar with the story of Adam and Eve in the garden. Eve went past all the trees, all the things that God had placed there for them, and she went for that one tree that she wasn't supposed to have. She went for that one fruit that she wasn't supposed to have. Did she really need it? But maybe it was because she was told not to that made her go for it. Well, what I want to talk to you about today is how and why we want what we shouldn't have, and at what expense. Between 2007 and 2008, I'm ashamed to say that I accumulated almost $1 million of debt, buying things that I shouldn't have bought, things that I could have taken a different path, things that I didn't necessarily need. But I did it anyway because I wanted it. I wanted the nicest cars, the nicest home, and it was out of control. And it cost me. There was an expense. There was a consequence to getting all these things that I didn't need. Now, so what I want to share with you is, how do you avoid financial temptations? Because they are out there. Number one, set goals. When you set goals, goals can hold your attention. When you see things that you really don't need, your mind goes back to the goal. Well, I'm trying to save up $20,000 over the next year, or I'm trying to save up so that I can buy a home. It will keep you focused so that you don't get distracted with the financial temptation. Another thing that you could do is have an accountability partner. Have someone that you can talk to. It may be your spouse. It may be an accountability partner for you and your spouse. Another couple that you can say, hey, we're thinking about doing X, Y, Z. What's your thoughts? And maybe they can talk you out of it or show you reasons why you should have it, or maybe you shouldn't go for it. All right. Number two, recognize that social media, the internet, they target you. Have you ever noticed that when you're on the internet, sometimes social media, you'll look at something, a dress or a electronic item, and then when you go to another website, that same item is following you. It's there trying to get you to click on it so that you can go there and buy that item. Amazon is infamous for it. You'll see Amazon, you'll go on Amazon and you'll get off Amazon and you'll see some of those same items. So be careful of the internet. Number three, manage your credit. Don't exceed 30% on credit cards, because that's when things get out of control. And typically when we start going higher and higher on the percentages of our credit cards, we're buying some stuff that we don't really need or things that we can't afford. It's also an indicator when we're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% maxed out on credit cards that we are in debt. We're in trouble. So watch the credit cards, stay below 30%, not to mention the fact that keeping it below 30% actually helps your credit score. The other option, or the other thought when it comes to credit cards, is stick to the MasterCard, the Visa, and maybe American Express. Because when you get into the individual store credit cards, not only do the interest rates go up, but they get you in trouble and it ends up negatively impacting your credit score. So stick to MasterCard, Visa, and American Express if you can. All right, and just because I'm saying that, don't take that as my recommendation to go cut up or close those accounts, because closing accounts also have consequences on your credit. So seek some advice on that before you do it. All right, that's it for the day. If you like this content, please like or subscribe and be blessed.